Hello, my name is Caleb, and welcome to devlog number 0 for IndexQuest, the file management RPG. This is just meant to serve as an introduction to the project, so I'll start by giving you an elevator pitch for IndexQuest. IndexQuest is a turn-based RPG roguelite posed as file management software from the 90s. You're tasked with playing minigames to fight enemies and manage files on your system, all the while solving puzzles and trying to make it out of a route without using all of your fake system's memory and crashing your system. It features a mix of isometric 2D environments and pre-rendered 3D environments, and takes heavy inspiration from GeoCities, Shareware DOS games, the Microsoft Office suite of software, and late 90s/early aughts gifs and illustrations. Just to start, I want to talk a little bit about myself. Once again, my name is Caleb. I am a game dev and 2D and 3D artist. I haven't disclosed a bunch of my work up until fairly recently, and IndexQuest is kind of my first foray into putting my stuff out there, I guess. So this will be the primary way I show off the game and some of my other art. I've been developing games for about 3 years now, though I haven't published anything just yet. A lot of what I've been doing are example projects or other projects I have yet to disclose. Just a little bit of history about the game. I've been working on this game since May of last year. I work on it pretty much any spare time I have, and I'm currently the only person on the project. I'm hoping to get more people on the project in the future to help with development, music, art, what have you, but for the time being it's just going to be a solo endeavor. To talk about some of the things that inspired this game, the biggest inspiration for me has to be the Mother series. I'm a big fan of all three of those games, my favorite being probably the second. I'm also a big fan of Windows operating systems and their aesthetic. I grew up with Windows 7, and I've been a big fan of 95, 98, and XP's aesthetic, so the good ones. I'm also a big fan of 90s computer games and their style. Big fan of Roller Coaster Tycoon, The Neverhood, and Doom. And I'm also a big fan of Y2K/webcore inspired games and animations, as well as modern point and clicks. I'm a big fan of Ina, Hypnospace Outlaw. I love the Indicopia demo, can't wait for the full game. I'm also a big fan of Poco. Just to give you a brief gameplay overview, in IndexQuest you play through different routes and are tasked with solving puzzles and exploring in order to reach the end of a route. Throughout the route, you'll encounter different types of system files contextualized as enemies, and you'll fight them by playing minigames to deal damage to them. If you succeed, you deal damage. If you fail, you take damage. Fighting uses memory, but you earn icons by fighting, which you can spend on dynamic upgrades that trigger based on what happens in the battle, as well as different windows to monitor resources or affect the battle in certain ways. All in all, you need to make a build that'll allow you to defeat enemies with relative ease, but won't crash your fake system before a route is finished. As far as current and future development of this game goes, I am very proud of the progress I've made thus far, but as you can probably tell, I have a little bit of a ways to go. I released a internal playtest demo last December to test on some close friends, and I got some good feedback from it, and I'm currently working on implementing fixes from that, new things from that, and a lot of bug fixes. I'm trying to get another internal playtest demo ready by the end of the year, and hopefully that'll be the last one before I am able to release a public demo. In the future, I'm planning to release what is called the Shareware version of the game for free. That'll launch with a Kickstarter campaign. This Kickstarter campaign will be for a longer campaign for the game, with the Shareware version mainly revolving around just a few different routes and a couple different boss fights. That being said, that will not come out for a while, so don't expect that to be out tomorrow or in a month or what have you. I'm still learning a lot about how Unreal works and how game design works, and I'm still tweaking things and crafting ideas, so a lot to do. That being said, I will be posting semi-regular updates on here via devlogs. I am trying to get one out every other week, but if things take longer, it's either because I'm working on something that has kept me from putting out a devlog because the game is just broken or not ready to be seen at that point, or because I don't really have much to show at that moment, or nothing really exciting to show. I'm also planning on releasing a website soon for information and updates regarding the game, as well as other art stuff for anything I'm doing. I want to expedite the development of this, since I feel it'll be a good resource for everything IndexQuest in the future. That being said, I am something of a perfectionist, whether I like it or not, and I do want to make sure that this thing is up to my standards before I release it. So I'll keep you updated about the website here. All in all, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it piqued your interest in this project. if you could do me a favor, and if you know anyone who likes this aesthetic or this type of game, if you could please share this video with them. That really helps me a lot, and it really helps me build an audience so that whenever the Kickstarter campaign is started, I can actually fund this. Also, I do not currently have a Ko-fi or Patreon, but I might open one after a couple of videos. I just want to make sure that y'all have something to enjoy before I go asking for money. And you're not only going to see devlogs on this channel if you decide to stick around. There's also going to be music work in progress stuff. There's going to be work in progress animations, storyboards, maybe. So, all this to say, if you like what you see, please stick around. And with that, I'll say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.